Do you remember that contract we signed at Dundela at the end of the last episode? That didn't last long. Hello and welcome to Season 2 of this Football Manager 17 career. If you haven't worked it out already from the intro and the opening credits, I've moved club. We finished that first season at Dundela. We signed a new contract with a very small wage rise, but I did say I would carry on looking for other jobs, and I've taken one. And as you can see, we've taken the new job at Alfreton in the Vanarama National League North. We're on June the 19th even, so we're not at pre-season training date yet. This is our first day at the club, but as you can see from this screen, that Alfreton finished 15th last season, safely mid-table. Don't look like they're in any danger of relegation, but also were at no point challenging for the playoffs. So this is the team that we've decided to join. We'll have a quick look at the contract. I was on £210 a week after my new contract at Dundela. Alfreton, I've managed to get £240 a week, so wave a few quid in my face and I'm going to jump at the opportunity to move. It's also a better opportunity for me, I think. At Dundela, everything was part-time and everything was non-contract basis, so it's really hard to do any planning. It was just find whatever players that you can. Alfreton, at least there's going to be some people who are contracted to the club, and I think there'll be more opportunity for success at this club, so I'm looking forward to the challenge here at Alfreton. So the first thing to do when we've moved clubs is to have a look at how far it is to get there from where we are. We've got a little house in Belfast, and I'm pretty sure we're not going to be able to commute there down to Alfreton every day. We'll have to get a ferry and drive all the way down from the north of England down to Alfreton. So that's definitely not going to happen. I'm going to have to go and find a flat. Obviously, as I'm only on a small amount of money, I'm probably just going to continue renting for a little while. So this is the place that I'm going to be renting. This is a little place in Alfreton. It's a one-bedroom flat upstairs. So it's not a huge amount to look at. It's £260 per calendar month, so I can afford it. It's a bit more affordable than it was in Belfast, although I have a smaller place. But I might actually be able to afford some food this time. So this is where we'll be living. Little quick tour around the flat. Looks alright. Might even have a bit of spare money to buy some furniture. That'll be nice. It's not all bad news for Dundela, although I did sign that new contract. Alfreton have paid a £8,000 release clause to get me. So that's going to help Dundela's finances. I may get a little bit of criticism for signing a new contract and leaving, but I'm hoping that money will soften the blow somewhat at Dundela, and it's time for me to move on to this new challenge. This is just a very quick episode just to let you know that I have moved clubs. I'm going to have to work through pre-season and get a squad together, and that's going to take a little bit of time. So that update will come in tomorrow's episode, where I'll take you through what's happened in pre-season, and we'll go through the first game of the league season. We don't have a fixture list yet, so I don't know who that's going to be against, but we'll have a quick look around the club in this episode, and then we'll call that quits for the day, and I'll need to get to work and get into this pre-season and try and get this squad together. First thing I'll look at is the staff. So I haven't got too many staff at the moment. I've got Russ O'Neill as my assistant manager. He's got a contract till next summer. Again, not great stats there, but he'll be hanging around for this year. Also had a head of youth development called Wayne Hammond. Again, not too brilliant with the stats, but he again has a contract till next summer, so he'll hang around. We've got space for another coach. I'll put a job advert out for that, so we can get another coach in. Our coaching team at the moment is pretty average. If you look at the comparison to the rest of the Vanarama National League North, quite a lot of these stats we're below average, so hopefully we can get a decent coach in who can help with that. We have a quick look at the medical team. We've got a head physio. We haven't got a physio at the moment, so Christopher Alderkin is our head physio. 13 for physiotherapy and only 31 years old, so a bit of room for growth for him. And we've got an advert out to get a physio in to help him out on the medical side. On the scouting side, we have one chief scout. We have Ernie Leacock MacLeod as our chief scout. Those are his stats. Again, not a huge amount to write home about, so we've got a job advert out for the 2 vacancies we have for scouts that can come in and work with Ernie. Again, we're below average for the league, so hopefully getting another couple of scouts in will get that to be in a good position compared to the rest of the league. So that'll probably take a week or 2 for us to get some candidates in, but we'll get them in as soon as we possibly can, and they'll be able to help with scouting and bringing in players over the summer. I think we'll just learn a little bit about Alfreton. So they're based in Derbyshire, just north of Derby and Nottingham, up the M1. Last season they finished 15th. The season before that they finished 10th, so they have gone backwards last year. In 2014-15 they were relegated from the Vanarama National League, and they'd spent 4 seasons in that division, having won the Vanarama National League North in 2010-11. So they do seem to have the ability to be a Vanarama National team. So we haven't been given our season expectations yet, but there's maybe an outside chance that we could mount a promotion push this year. Those are our kits. Nice red kit as our first team strip, and we'll be playing at North Street, a 3,600 capacity stadium. So it's not the biggest. I did see a team report that said our average crowd was about 550 last year, which was pretty low compared to the rest of the division. So we've not got a huge fan base. We're going to be competing against some bigger teams. And I think we'll have a quick look at how they finished the season. Had a long spell in the middle of the season where they just seemed to draw a lot of games, and then they lost a lot of games towards the end of the season. They finished with a win against Nuneaton, but the previous manager has gone. I'm not sure if he has been sacked. I'll try and have a quick look at who it was. Nicky Law was manager. He left on the 1st of June. He resigned from the role. He'd been in charge for 10 years, so we're following someone who's been here for a long time, and I imagine was quite popular here. But Nicky Law has moved on now. He hasn't moved on to another club, he just decided to resign. And his first few words there: Alfreton Town legend Nicky Law. So we are following a bit of a club legend. And just to confirm that, he is a club legend there in the legends section. Terry Kennedy is a current player. He's in the favoured personnel section, and Paul Clayton's still here. He's an icon at the club. Just have a quick look at him. He didn't look too great, so I'm not sure if he'll be hanging around, but actually he's a club icon, and maybe we should keep him around just to keep people on side. Josh Law's not here anymore. Don't recognise any of these names. Oh, Liam Hearn I think is still here, so he's a club icon as well. I think he'll be hanging around. We'll have a quick look at the squad, and I'll show you it on the team report screen. And the first thing to note is we've got 2 decent strikers up there. So we've got Craig Westcott up front. He looks okay. He scored 13 goals this season, so he can play as an advanced forward or a poacher. 32 years old, so he's still got a little bit of football left in him. And also Liam Hearn is the man we've just seen. He's a club icon. He's a bit of a target man, defensive forward, so good determination and good physical. So he I'm sure will have a part to play. He's got a contract already to the end of next season. Craig Westgall, I think we'll have to give him a new contract. I know he's already contracted for this next year as well, so those two will definitely be around and leading the line for us. But if you look at the rest of the squad, there are a few gaps. So you got Craig Westgall's our best right midfielder as well, if we're just looking as a 4-4-2. Jordan Winter is our second best right midfielder, but he's also our best centre midfielder. And the rest of it is looking a bit bare in terms of players in there. So Winter's okay, 23 years old, bit of room to develop in him. But you can see there's a lot of low-starred players here, which is a little bit of a worry. We have Andy Monkhouse even, on the left-hand side. He's 36 years old, so that could be another problem area. So we're spotting a few problem areas already. Midfield, we pretty much need to improve across the board. In defence, we've got a decent left-back here, Tom Allen at left-back, 22 years old as well, so a bit of room for growth. Can play centre-half if we need him. Terry Kennedy is a popular man around here. Good determination as well, so he'll be a decent centre-half for us. Got a couple of loanees at defence, so Alfie Kilgore is here, but he's not guaranteed to be around next year. He's here from Bristol Rovers. He's also our best right back as well, along with Barney Williams. He's also in on loan from Braintree, a 22-year-old. So I don't know if we can get hold of those again. We'll be having a look for players again. We just look at the players. We haven't got a huge amount here. They've got quite a few players who can play in different positions, but they don't seem to specialise in any of them. We've got a decent keeper, Fabian Spice. He was a former Notts County keeper, and he's seems to be doing the East Midlands scene in non-league now. So he's the #1 choice in goal. There is a reserve keeper, Jason Mellor, 2-star keeper, 28 years old. Doesn't look too hot. But if you jump into the under-23s, we have Barry Leverington, 1.5 stars, 4.5 star potential for this 16-year-old. And he looks like a fairly decent keeper. He's got a bit of work to do, but there might be times that he'll get on the bench, maybe get the odd game in a cup competition or something. He looks potentially a prospect, probably the best of any of these prospects in the under-23s or under-18s. There's going to be a fair bit of work to do on the squad, so I'm going to get into pre-season and work on that now. So apologies, this has been a bit of a just me talking at you episode. And not a huge amount has happened. It's just basically me getting a new job. The next episode will be me taking you through what's happened in pre-season, and we'll do the first game of the season. But it's going to be a new challenge for season 2 of this career mode. We are at Alfreton Town in the Vanarama National League North, so we'll see how that goes. I'm looking forward to the challenge. Thanks for watching that episode. I hope you've enjoyed, and we'll see you for the next one.